The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
No! I'm going down to Alphabet Street. I'm gonna crowd this girl that I meet. I'm gonna talk so.
We are at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. It's time for that F and F word show, you guys. And this is Kathy. And I'm really excited about tonight because the F word for tonight is family. Because you know what? We are family. Anyway, I got my good friend, long lost friend. I'm so excited. Don Choi. And you have somebody else there with you too?
I do. Kathy, listen, I can't look as good as I do without my best friend. See, my best friend makes the best fried chicken in the whole
F-word.
fucking
Fried chicken.
world.
And he said fucking. I'm sorry, Mom. Don't listen. But okay. Fried chicken. Fucking
yes.
friend. I mean, not that you're doing that. But
But here's the best part, Kathy.
yes.
It's Korean. You want to know why? Not because the Korean guy's cooking the chicken, because it's got special seasoning. But my boy Peter right here,
Hi, Peter.
without him, you said, Peter, say hello to, what is it, 67 countries? Or
I don't know. Yeah, we're out there in 66 countries from what I know of. Jimmy will tell us. We're all over the
Hey, how
world.
you doing? Hello.
66 countries. Hi, Peter.
Hey, how are you?
So we got Jimmy over there about 10 miles away from you. He's our producer, and he's said we're how many? 66 countries, Jimmy?
Yes.
Dang. Yeah, you're worldwide.
Wow.
You're like Mr. What's that rapper's name? He's international. You know,
Well,
I don't remember his name. But hey, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. Peter, okay.
Thank you.
So,
Kind of unexpected. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. So you guys are both sitting there together?
no, he's in the car.
Oh.
He's I was kind of hoping that, well, you see, I if I promote him, right,
Yes.
I already kind of have an unspoken, lifetime, Bonchon free, this free pass, this best friend pass, right, from him.
Mhm.
But I got to make it look good, right? When I go in, I got to, make it look like I'm really grabbing from out. Like, are you sure? Are you sure? Okay. All right, fine.
Yes. Okay, well, you know what? Enough about this. I want to hear about Peter. Peter, tell me about you. I'm not meaning to be rude. I'm just trying to talk Eastern. Kidding.
Hey, my name is Peter. As Don mentioned, I'm Don's best friend, and he's my best friend. So, and like you mentioned, I sling Korean fried chicken at two locations. One in Harvard Square and one also in Salem, Mass.
Wait, so, I mean, for real? So, how do I, can you send some to Minnesota?
Minnesota?
Yeah.
I think there was. I could do that. Probably air packet and take the air packet and send it to you guys. Probably can be done.
We're gonna just advertise the hell out of it. I gotta taste it. Gotta taste it. So how did the two of you meet? How long have you known each other?
Since kindergarten.
Shut up. So 7 years? Good.
Yeah, in fact, we were born 2 days apart. It's scary.
Right.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. So kindergarten, I have friends that I've known. One of my best friends I've known since I was 1. Got to beat there a little bit.
Right. That's a
Um,
long time. Well,
Another one I've known since she was conceived, is what we always like to say. I was at my other friend's birthday party, and her mom came over because the kids were at the birthday party, and her mom and dad had a little afternoon delight and conceived her that day. So it's
wow.
always like, yep, known you since you were conceived. She was
Excellent.
younger, yes. It's all good.
So, Kathy, this is really true best friend bond. I'll tell you. I mean, we turned 40 2 days apart, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we both. I mean, we're so much alike that when we go out, people call me Peter. People look at him, call him Don. Right?
I love it.
And it gets even better.
Maybe your brother's from another mother.
We are brothers from another mother. But here's where it gets really good. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
We're so much alike that we both have gout.
What? Well, probably because you eat the same things. You're eating all that chicken. You're eating all the fried chicken. That's why you got gout. Right?
Yeah. Well, not his fried chicken. See.
Okay.
His fried chicken does not trigger a gout attack.
Yeah, it doesn't actually, no.
Okay, that's good. What triggers that? Isn't it like red meat or something?
Rich food, red meat, just anything that's rich.
So if I hang out with rich men, I'm going to have an issue, aren't I? No wonder.
Yeah.
I'd gladly have gout. Just kidding.
It's painful.
It is painful, yes.
I have a friend in the office that has that. And, I mean, it's like, and he's like one of those guys that eats so healthy, and he's so up on all the, holistic, everything, this and that. I mean, he knows everything about all of that, and I'm like, well, dude, you got gout. Why am I going to listen to you? What in the world? I mean, seriously, what are you doing? I mean, is it you eat a cookie and then you get it? Because you can't be always eating healthy. Otherwise, you wouldn't get that, I would think.
Right. Again, it's certain foods that trigger it. Everybody's different. But it's also one of those things when I found out from my doctor was that it happens to men, particularly in their early 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Early 40s, mid 40s. That's when it becomes apparent in your system, I guess. But there's certain foods that trigger it. For me, it has to be, could be game meat like turkey or duck or, some of those kind of foods that could trigger. Certain spices could trigger it. But it's your body chemistry, and depending on what your age is.
Well, isn't it like gout was like always like people thought likened that to like old man stuff, right?
No. It's.
I got the gout, you guys. Yeah.
Oh no. It's a real man's diet. I mean, I eat probably between beef tongue and intestines every other day.
No, you don't. Don't. You eat tongue?
Absolutely. Oh, phenomenal. And it's all in how you slice it as well. So we can put a combination of that. And by the way, you got to wash it down with a nice glass of old fashioned, right? Who doesn't like old fashioned?
Oh my God! So you got to come and have my mom make you old fashions. Everybody loves them. They're good.
Yeah. And before you know it, your toe blows up. It just it blows up. It does.
Because you know what? It's because you have polio.
Oh,
boom.
So, quick question. How do you guys know each other?
That is a good question, Don. Why don't you share?
We're in 66 countries, so folks, this is being recorded too, as a matter of fact.
It is, and you will be able to check it out on iHeart and Spotify tomorrow.
So it's odd. It's sad to say that we work for this big behemoth company in Minneapolis.
Big Blue, the 800-pound gorilla.
Yes, don't you know?
Don't you know?
And we made and this corporate environment, we used to call it the high school.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things where it's high school for adults, and we all know each other, and we look at each other, and you look at each other's name badges, and what's your name again? Oh, yes, right.
And you act like high schoolers because we're all immature and laugh at all the stupidest things.
Of course.
Wait, so when did you, so it was this big insurance company. What are they, like fourth largest company in the world, something like that?
Something like that.
I left there 10 years ago already.
Wow.
It'll be 11 years in April. How long ago did you leave?
I left in 2006. I resigned.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get fired. Yeah, I used the F word there.
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
I wish I had my little dinger. Ding.
Yes, ding, yep. But I left in 2000. No, I left in 2008. Excuse me. Oh wait. So I left in 08.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I went to go pursue the dream to start an FMO. Does that sound like a swear or what?
Ding. Yes, it does sound like a swear, and it is a swear word. Many days. Many days. Oh my. I say a lot of them.
And today the company still exists, which is called Foresights.
Hey.
There's another F right there.
That is. See, it was destined, my darling. Destined.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so you left. You started your own FMO.
Yeah.
So I left. My position was eliminated, but you know, like they did all those layoffs. I don't know if you know this, probably not, but I was given 90 days to find something else in the company. I was like, they didn't do that for anybody else. So it was kind of like, I was special needs, I guess. But there wasn't anything that I hadn't done already that I wanted to do again. Does that make sense? Because I did the management thing there, and when you're talking high school, well, I was talking elementary school with some of my employees. It was ridiculous. And I was so burned out with that. So I went, I can find something else. I've been told I'm one of the best speakers ever. It was 2008. What? What was I thinking? I see. If I would have known, I would have come to you.
Well, you know what? I believe in this F word called fate.
Fate. There you go.
Fate.
There you go. Fate brings families and friends to fruition.
Absolutely. Which sounds foolish.
Right?
Huh?
Oh my God.
Right?
We're gonna make up. I have a friend that is an amazing rapper. I'm gonna get her on here to do all kinds of F words. Wouldn't that be fun?
You know what? When they're not your friend, we call them a fucker.
Yes. A mother.
Yeah. We call them a fucker.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's.
Have you had? You know what though? Let's talk about friends here for a second. Fake friends. Because you lived here in Minnesota, you know they exist. There's a lot of fake friends here. I've met so many people. This last year has been literally, it's been like my year of revelations of who's really my friend, who's in my life, and who doesn't need to be in my life. Because I mean, I've noticed there's so many people out there, especially in the industry that we've been in, that are just major backstabbers, or you know, they're with you to gain something and then toss you aside as soon as they got it. Have you had that?
Sure. And you want to know something, Kathy? And I think we talked about this earlier today.
Yes, we did.
We can't let that and create fear in our lives,
right?
To prevent us from progressing to pursue our purpose in life, right?
Exactly.
And believe me, I'm no Tony. By the way, I think I just told you earlier today. I just got into this whole Tony Robbins thing. God bless the man.
Right.
This guy is like, I mean, holy cow! Did he blow me away with one Netflix video? But my goodness! But he's installed a lot of faith. Oh, there's another.
That's
F
a
word,
major F word. That's the first F word when I describe the show.
Yeah, F right there. So a lot of faith in terms of understanding that if you believe in yourself, and if you can learn to filter what comes in and out of your mind, yes, that you can become this better person, and you can overcome these things, and really, and understand is that you focus on you, and ultimately, you will become a better you to your friends.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yep.
Exactly. Peter, what do you think? Peter, what do you think?
I think what Dawn and what you have said now is right to the is true. I think there are people that you come across in your life that truly do try to use you And like Don says, you need to filter those people out.
Right.
I guess you live and learn
Right.
as life goes on. So,
Exactly, and you can take them as a lesson. It's like, okay,
right,
people come into your life for a reason, no matter what.
right,
And some are to enhance it, and some are to leave it and be a lesson.
right.
So it's like, okay, not going to make that mistake again. That's just kind of like when you touch the stove when somebody tells you not to. It's like, okay, well, I touched
Right.
it. Now I'm not going to do it again. Well,
Right.
I'm kind of dumb enough sometimes that if I've had a few drinks with me, I might do it again if I get dared. But like, oh, really? I don't think that really hurt enough. Let me.
I guess it's just important just to surround people that are true friends that are supportive of your life, and will be there through thick and thin.
Right. And we all have, you have your purpose. You make it your passion. And your future. There's a major F word. So, if we, the fake friends that we've had in the past, they don't get to be a part of our future, which is great, but they help shape the future by learning from it. Wow. And that's the smartest I'm going to get tonight. So now I'm going to digress. That's all I got. Just kidding.
That was I will share with you is that you actually got me there frozen. There's another F word.
Ooh, see? Yes. Frozen in not in fear, I hope.
No. No.
Just
but keeping it fun.
yes, that's definitely it.
But Kathy, there's a great thing to this whole twist of this, right?
Yeah.
And and as you and I have spoke about in the past, is that I think the journey of life is really where the fun is, more so than the destination. And I think if we can just really put things in perspective and really understand that the value in friendships is really discovering the talents that the people around you really have. And I always have this philosophy that
doesn't that sound like that sounds like an F word, so it gets to count.
I spell it with an F.
Yes,
but that's because
that's that new phonetic spelling that they do in school, so it counts.
Absolutely. So, but I have a firm belief that people are neither good or bad. I think it's just a combination of the chemistry of people, and people will either bring out the best in each other or bring out the worst in each other, but it's all circumstantial.
I like that because one of the things that I've said, because I've got this like marriage behind me and dating experiences, and it's like everybody's an asshole to somebody. Everybody's going to be like, oh, he's such an asshole. What a jerk. I can't stand him. What a, not faithful. But until they're with the right one, right? Seriously, we're all jerks. We've all been that to somebody. Not me, but no, trust me. Sometimes it feels good, though. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes it does. I can't lie. I've been mean and not felt bad about it. Not one bit. Someday, maybe I will. I don't know. There's a couple of, because here's, for let's call fools. Here's another one. I had this fool who I trusted, which actually makes me the fool, who stole a car from me. So that's one of those lessons I had to learn. He didn't get away with it. I took him to court, but he thought he wouldn't have to pay. But it's just all. So being mean to him was really easy. Taking him to court. Have you guys ever had anybody do something stupid like that to you? Or is it just me?
Have something stupid done like that, something stupid like that done to us, and I would say this is that I've definitely been, a victim in circumstances. I've unintentionally
fate. Fate.
Have been I've been a bull in the china shop, if you want to call it that, right?
Love it.
And you remember that training, right? Our
Mm-hmm.
whole training that we went through?
Yes.
You remember, Kathy? Yep.
Yes.
So we talk about the bull in the china shop, right? So
Exactly. And I, Kathy, choose to climb this pole and stand up there on that dish.
that's right. Yep.
Yeah. That
So
was,
it's but the reality is that as we discuss is that whether you're in the food business, whether you're in the financial services, whether you're in medicine or law, it's at the end of the day it's services, it's relationships. Relationships are hard. They're very dynamic by nature. Unfortunately, relationships are not. They're not very static. And people change over time, and change is the only constant in life. So,
right, exactly.
And if you're not growing, you're probably going to get, probably left behind in some of the relationships because, people move at different speeds and people have different purposes and goals in life. So, I think in the grand scheme of things, I think it's really cool that you and I are able to reconnect.
Right.
And even though that, I'm kind of going off into a different olive tree here, it's always nice to know that we're able to reconnect, and I'm happy to be a supporter of you as a friend, as a lifetime colleague,
Right.
and somebody that I know that is genuinely putting out positive vibes, not vibes, but vibes,
Vibes.
fun vibes out to the world.
I love it. High fives, even.
That's right. That's right. Fives and fives.
Well, okay, so...
Well said, well said.
Exactly, right? Okay, so, Don, here's something I want to do because I always have, or try to, sometimes I forget, but there's this little segment that I like to do called the Financial 15, which I'm pretty proud of because it's all Effie. But tell everybody a little bit about your background and then what brought you to this other olive branch. And because you've got my full support. What's really funny is the first person that went in and liked the post out there about the show tonight is exactly somebody that I need to introduce you to, which is awesome. So I want you to, talk about foresight, and then I have somebody else that has forecast financial. But talk
As long
about,
as you're going to say foreskin, so that's good.
well, see, I always think that, and you just said it, so I'm happy.
It's been said
oh my
before.
God, I love you.
Just for the record, it's been said before.
Yes, I just said that's what. Oh my God, I have found.
They said your email is donaldchoi@foreskin.com. I'm like, and no.
That's so wonderful. I love it.
Hey, Don, before you continue, I'm going to have to tune out because I just got home. I just closed up. But in any case, I think this is a very intriguing conversation. However, I do need to tune out. Now, Kathy, if you're ever in the Boston area, please stop by.
I'm going to.
I will definitely take care of you. And obviously, if you're here in town, you'll come with Don and you'll be treated like royalty. Okay?
I love it because guess what? You don't have to tell me twice. I'm going to be there. I want to come there this weekend and go to the game.
Minnesota.
Oh, yes. Wow,
Yes.
big game, yes.
Let me see what I might be able to. I'll see. It's kind of iffy. It's kind of close.
I actually was invited to that game this coming Sunday because my sister has, tickets and then her friends. But I can't go because it's my wife's birthday.
Yeah, that's one of those. That'd be a faux pas. That'd be a big
It's one of
faux
those,
pas.
I'm like, thanks for the invite. I don't think I can go because I gotta do something for the wife. So unfortunately, I won't be able to go to the game.
It's called forget about the game.
Yeah, forget about it. It's such a pleasure to meet you. We're going to be talking on a regular basis, I'm sure. Any friend of Don's is a friend of mine.
I'll definitely tune in and hear your up and coming podcast.
All right. Love it. Love meeting you.
All right, thank you.
Have a good night.
We'll meet up.
All right.
All right,
Now-
all right, Don. I'll talk to you later.
You got it. It's so.
Let's get back to foreskin. What?
Yes. We'll cut that section off and
Yes.
circumcise that word. Yeah. Yep.
Sir, God, that's so good. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm having a drink.
Yeah.
My throat was a little scratchy, so I went, let's see. I'm not in the mood for tea. I'm going to have coffee and Bailey's. That's what I'm drinking. I'm thinking, yeah, I do need to go to bed later, but oh well.
Well, for what it's worth, I mean, Massachusetts is now legal, so I just went outside and, I live on wetland, so I just picked out some grass and rolled it up and smoked it. I feel normal.
Oh, that's
I don't feel anything.
Yeah. It's legal there though. Yeah, Jimmy's told me that.
It is.
Jimmy has a show on Armed Radio, and it's called Pot Talk.
Oh, Pot Talk. Well, I was smoking wetland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing extravaganza, just wetlands.
Yeah. Okay, Financial 15. Here we go. I want to hear what brought you FMO, F word, what you did, what the focus was. Look at all these F words, and what brought you fruition where you are now.
Well, so my early career, trying to be the investment guy, the guy who knows how to look at these cool investments and say, this is where your money goes, this is where it should be, this is how it should be, this is how it's not supposed to be when the market's down, and all this stuff, and look pretty, and put on a nice suit here. Mm-hmm. Half the time,
and you always did really look very nice, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's I try my hardest, but the reality is that what was most endearing and probably the most fulfilling of my journey was that I've always felt that it was a blessing to really just understand that in the grand scheme of things, when you sit down with real people, and regardless about how much money they had, I've always gotten to really learn not only the textbook aspect of as it relates to money and finance,
right,
but learn the connection as it relates to people and what money means to people. In other words, you realize at the end of the day, Kathy, is that through my experience in working in the investment world and managing money and looking at all the financial analytics,
right,
that at the end of the day, it's about people. It's about connecting with their family. It's about, that's what they really care about. It's their time that they cherish with their family. And the reason why they need to do all those things is so that they have all this time to go back and just do a simple old barbecue and throw some burgers and dogs on the grill and just call it a day, right?
Right. And that's the one thing that money can't buy. But you know what? Money can, when they say money can't buy happiness, money can buy time, because it gives you, if you've got enough, if you got yourself set up, you're able to do that. But, I mean, a lot of people don't look at the emotional aspect of the money, so what you're saying is really relatable.
Absolutely. And so, getting back to the reason why the financial services world, as you know, Kathy, is that it's changed quite a bit. People out there have said, hey, look, we don't like what we feel, not necessarily what we see, but we don't like what we feel. And because we don't like the way we feel, we're going to stop the pot and we're going to complain about the way we feel. And then obviously it became very politicized. And unfortunately, as time went on, I think you and I would agree is that it's really, in the end, it's hurt the very same people who didn't really care about the way they feel. In other words, the very things that you and I saw from a financial services platform, from product side, the things that had these great, paper returns, etc., those things were considered bad and they were called bad. But here we are over time, we come back, and what do we see? We're starting to see kind of the simulations of those things, right? It's like the bell bottoms coming back, right? Bell bottoms are ugly. Well, guess what? What are people wearing now? Bell bottoms again, right? Like,
exactly.
They're making their way back.
There's not an original thought out there. They can't come up with something new, so they got to go back to the old.
Absolutely. And after people made a big stink about it, lawsuits, etc. Now, rightfully so, there were people that were rightfully wrong, and I'm not talking about those people, but I'm talking about general consensus where things got over-politicized,
right,
and then the regulatory changed the environment. But when I saw that, it became very disenchanting because the stories that weren't told in the financial services, I consider those. In fact, Kathy, I want to go on record and say we need to have a Veterans Day for all the good men and women that have served the financial services sector during their career or part of their life that have helped lots of people. And the reason why we don't know about them, Kathy, is because they do not come out of the closet and say, I've done this for these people. Because there's nothing to complain. Right?
Right.
And there are more successful stories of people that have done that. And these are people, and unfortunately, a lot of these people have left the industry because things have gotten out of control. And so,
yes, you're so right.
And as I got a little bit disenchanted what was happening from a regulatory standpoint, I was looking for other opportunities. And the one thing that I like about my new endeavor is that, when you look at all the different types of investments out there, so if you look at individual stocks to, if you want to look at precious metals to, if you're cool and hip and you want to talk about cryptocurrency as an investment.
Oh, I want to talk to you about that for sure.
Sure, or if you want to talk about something as simple as buying an annuity. Oh God, not
Wait,
that
how do you spell that? Oh my gosh.
Annuity.
I had somebody today that said, seriously, I looked, he wasn't one of my advisors. I took a call for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, can you explain to me the difference between qualified and non-qualified money? Oh. Bless his heart for asking, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I looked, I'm like, ooh, dude's already sold some stuff. Ooh, okay. Wow.
Well, in the age of prop tech, qualified would mean swipe right or swipe left, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's a bad one, but
I laughed, so it's good. Had to be good.
But really, I guess when we talk about it, the thing that has and I wonder now is like this thing called real estate, brick and mortar, and and I said, God, I can never see myself. Not that I just didn't see myself in that profession and trade, and here we are today. And the reason why I've come back full circle is because historically, when you look at even the very companies that provide the very guarantees to the consumer who has to have the full faith guarantee, right? And the guarantee and the credit worthiness of a promise from an insurance company, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are the insurance companies putting their money in? They're putting it in real estate.
Yes, they are. Ding, 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 ding.
And and what they are saying is that, look, we will take that risk and we will do a joint venture with you, the consumer, because we know you're scared. But I'll tell you what, we'll make sure that we will provide you the guarantee, and in return, we'll figure out all the other stuff behind the curtains, which a lot of people, I think, in the grand scheme of things, really should understand is that it's actually a pretty good deal. Why? Because they have to play by the rules. They're taking the risk on the back end.
Right.
And for the person who shouldn't take risk, they shouldn't take risk. They don't have to take risk, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to know this thing about real estate. And here we are fast forwarding. And today, real estate itself is changing. When we were working together, Kathy, there was no such thing as Airbnb. That was called, Don, you're crashing at my place. Right?
Yes, exactly.
There was no Airbnb, or it's like, done, what's your Marriott reward points like from all the business travel that you've done, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now we live in a world where it's Airbnb. It's like, hey, what do you think of my place here?
Exactly.
And
it's crazy to me. I mean, it's like it's genius, really.
It's changing, and it's changing so fast. And so here's the irony, Kathy. You and I have got lots of years of experience where we came from an industry where regulatory came in and really changed people's lives from a professional work level, career-wise. It changed the way company operate their business. It changed their expense structure. Yep, changed their expense structure. It's more money goes to Washington to fight kind of the bureaucracy of regulators. Exactly, and less money going towards innovation, right, and helping the consumer. And what's interesting, what I see in this new endeavor, in this oligarchy of real estate that I see, is that I start to see some of these stars aligning in some similar patterns in some capacity to some degree. Now, technology has come in and said, hey, this person, the real estate agent. You don't need them. We're an app. Open up your iPhone and click once, twice, 3 times, and you're done, baby. And you've got that, white picket fence in your knee.
See. That's the way of the world. I mean, pretty soon, people are going to be buying cars on Amazon. It's just the way the millennials are. I mean, if we don't keep up with that, lose.
Absolutely. But you know what, Kathy? I'm here to basically deliver a message.
I want to hear that message.
Like any other industry, it's the same thing. You've got your good ones and your bad ones. Mm-hmm. And the good ones, and I'm encouraging the people that are in the real estate business that are good people, don't be ashamed. Speak up and be proud of the good work that you do. In fact, get ahead of the curve and spend some marketing dollars and PR dollars and share the good message and the good deeds that you guys do every day, day in and day out. And don't ever apologize for doing good deeds, doing excellent work. Because the reality is that technology itself is finite. Right. It gets dated. Mm-hmm. But good people, they last a lifetime, and they're in my eyes, it's eternity.
Well, it's the relationships, always. It's people, let's see, what's the saying? They'll always remember how you made them feel.
Absolutely.
So it's not how much money you had in the bank or anything like that, but how you made them feel. So how did they feel when they got that house with the white picket fence?
Absolutely. So
do me a favor, because I know a lot of people in the industry, mm-hmm. and I have a big mouth. I have a tendency to tell a lot of people a lot of things and say, this is great. You gotta talk to this person, or it's not great, don't talk to this person. But obviously I think this is great. But give me a rundown of exactly what you've got going, like what you told me earlier today. Because this is so exciting to me. Because, I was ready to just go. I'm like, I'm going to go get my license right now. I'm going to do it.
Well, oh boy. You better take another sip of your drink right here.
I just did.
So,
I'm ready.
I'm about to get super cheesy and corny here for
Which
the entire...
Which I love about you. That's good.
I'm corny and cheesy.
Yes.
And on top of that, I'm like a corny, cheesy Asian. Look at that.
Even better.
Most Asians are lactose intolerant, so that's like the most oddest thing to hear. A cheesy Asian.
That's like an Asian hot dish or something.
Oh, this is getting out of control. Absolutely, but here's the thing. Here is that we were part of something that was phenomenal. Where overnight, with a stroke of a check, it took people who obviously just believed in a person's vision.
Right.
And made them instant millionaires with a stroke of a check.
Yes.
Right. And that's hail salute to our old company here, and God bless them for really providing that kind of really the essence of what it means to be American. Right. Everybody would die for that opportunity. And
you made a lot of millionaires. A lot.
Absolutely. And what I'm excited about is that this is a company that the founders have really looked at different models of how the real estate industry was operating. Now, I want to say is that there's a lot of great companies out there, Kathy, and phenomenal brands. I mean, we all know what the top brands are, right? And, your Sotheby's of the world, the Douglas Ellimans of the world, et cetera. These are all...
Remax.
Absolutely. Top-notch. Keller Williams. These are top-notch. For many years, these companies are number 1, 2, and 3 in whichever order you want to have in different categories, and these are all phenomenal companies. But what the company that I'm talking about and that we've recently been part of here is this company called EXP, and I'm proud to say that this company here has taken the best and somehow said, even we've taken the best and even made it better. So we're paying the ultimate compliment to the best, but taking it to another level. And all they really said was this. There's nothing wrong with the models. It's just that what we think is happening here is that we're seeing real estate agents are, because of the change of the real estate industry itself, real estate professionals are less time in the offices. They're spending more time out of the offices just because, we live in a society where there's people own not only 2 cars, but 3 cars or 4 cars, right?
Right.
The kids got to have cars. Traffic, etc., lifestyle, time, responsibilities, and And what they said was that we're going to use technology not to replace the human being. We're going to use technology to glue human beings all around the world through a cloud. And in this cloud, I call it Minecraft for your real estate agent. Literally. Quite frankly, my avatar in the EXP cloud looks 100 times better than me in real life, but that's why I like it. But the reality is that they use technology in a way in providing utility for real estate professionals to come together and congregate, basically access really an endless supply of training, obviously throughout, over 13 hours of the day, to really access their needs to operate their business really from any remote area, because real estate practice itself has become very transient, right? Because of the very nature of how real estate is changing. But most importantly, they took a culture and they built a core value system. If you look on the company's core values, they've said that people are important, people in our company, giving back to the community is important. And what they did was they say, well, how do we turn this into an economic and monetize this for the successful, committed real estate professional, make money, not only for the short term, but make money and build wealth at the same time so that they have longevity to continue to serve their local communities. Because to last long, you need to make money or cash flow, but you also need to build wealth, because at the end of the day, when you hang your, if you're Michael Jordan and you hang up your Air Jordans, you still can look at a bank account and say, look at that. That's my accomplishment, part of my accomplishment.
Part of my legacy, right.
Exactly. And that's what this company's done, is that, unfortunately, I wasn't the genius that came up with it, but I'm the cool guy that drank the Kool-Aid.
Did you add vodka to it?
I have to clear that with compliance before I disclose that. Yeah. So
just checking, making sure. Just call me compliance officer. Just checking on you.
Exactly. So it's but they call me the drunk realtor. No, but but the good part is that what they've done is that they've incented. They realized that in a model where real estate agents, it's a collaborative model. They've realized that it's other real estate agents that attract other real estate agents. So they solved a real problem in the industry, which is the recruiting aspect of it. They said it shouldn't be one person, the broker, just recruiting everybody. We think our model is really, if we're successful and they're happy, and EXP is a happy place, well, let's put those beautiful smiles out there and show them through transparency what our platform is, and let's share that with other folks and make them part of it. In fact, make them part of it. They're an actual owner in the company, and they become onerous.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. And now they are truly aligned. And remember, Kathy, we always used to talk about parallel interests, right?
Yep.
I see the same thing here as well. Who do they serve? They serve the customer, they serve the agent, and they serve their shareholders as well. And you want to know something? Haven't been at another company where we saw a lot of those core values come together. I saw kind of the same chef cooking up with the same ingredients, and that's what got me a little, excited, and I couldn't wait to share it. So I got a couple of guys that they're like my bros, right? So I promised I'd give them like a shout out, because they're like my bros. And Kathy, you want to know something? They're actually in your backyard in Minnesota right now.
I love it. I hope they're not as cold.
Yeah, they are. Well, the first guy is
creepers.
Tom.
Is that what they are? Oh my.
Oh yeah, they are. The first guy is Tom. The second guy is Dick. That's his real name, by the way. And just for the record,
at least we don't have Harry standing out there too.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't have a Harry, but we do have an Andrew, we do have an Anthony out in Queens, and we have many others out there, but it's people like them work together. We have a common interest and alignment, and what we do is that we're financially aligned as well, which I always think is a brilliant thing to do.
Right.
And because we're financially aligned, we're always leveraging each other's time, which I only have 24 hours, but through my fellow, part of my compadres and my compadres, I'm able to really, we're able to leverage each other and really expand our, really what we would call our team into multiple states and to build profit centers. And that's really our model.
Okay, so Tom, Dick, and No Harry in my backyard. So they are strategic partners.
Mm-hmm.
And so if there are real estate agents here in the Twin Cities that I know, would I have them talk to you or talk to them?
Well, they're there now, so I would have them, heck, have Tom bust out his JetBlue credit card and buy them lunch. That's what I would do.
Heck yeah. Since I'm introducing them, I'm going too.
Absolutely. You go there too, Kathy.
I'm going to go there too.
And I'm saying is that what's that nice restaurant on Lake Minnetonka over there?
Lord Fletcher's?
Yes. Yep.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of other ones too. So yeah, we'll just do the rounds around the lake.
Don't let them be the Quiznos all over at the Mall of America, please.
Ew,
don't let them do that to you guys. That's embarrassing. Yeah.
That's
so
wonderful. Now, okay.
Well, yeah, I mean,
so what would be who's the ideal agent that would be interested in this? I mean, is this for the brand newbie that's just looking to get started and start going, or is this for one of our guys or gals that already out there, already succeeding? Now they can take it to a level that, I mean, they think that they're doing great now, but now it's like going to be pumped up, right?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you.
Who would be your perfect clients?
Well, the perfect agent from the company's perspective, and I don't want to put words in their mouth, but if I had to take a real educated guess, is the person that loves their community, they love real estate, and they love giving back. Mm-hmm. Because it's the qualities in people, because the company is about providing the tools, technology, and training on the platform, I should say, to allow people to take those qualities and to translate it into a structured business and to become a successful real estate advisor in their local communities, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're a newbie, they care about the newbie because they don't say you're just new and you hang your license here and be non-productive. They genuinely care that you get the support structure. So they have a mentor-mentee program.
There we go.
Yeah, it's almost like religion. You have to join it. It's it's like you gotta. God forbid if you got me as your mentor. Oh my gosh.
I know. I'd be like, okay, so what was that about foreskin again? What?
It's at the bar. Yeah, it's old-fashioned training.
Yes.
So it's
literally.
But no, they have a fantastic platform for a mentor-mentee. It's a very structured program that they have.
Perfect.
But for the veteran, and when I say veteran, someone who's got the battle scars, someone who's been out there and they put their chin strap on and they've been out there and they've done the mailers and they've battled with people who put their for sale by owner out there and said, hey, listen, you shouldn't do that because, I'm better than Zillow and, et cetera. But for those people who have made a career and have been successful year in and year out, the great part is this. Not only do I say that, more likely than not, that our compensation model is probably very competitive, if not the most competitive, but here's the best part. The best part is that you're able to, in the compensation plan, there's a wealth building opportunity within the plan that allows you to accumulate, do more, get more model. And you and I both know what that means, right?
Yep.
So in here, you're also an owner of the brokerage, and the brokerage is publicly traded on the NASDAQ. So I can't think of anything better than that. I mean, and I say respectfully, there are a lot of great brands out there and real estate brokerages out there phenomenal local brands.
Right.
There's one in my town. I mean, this one particular broker, their sign is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But once you leave the area, it's not anywhere. But, it's a great brand, and it's a great local brand. However, it's not, and I say this respectfully, it's not publicly traded on the NASDAQ, right? The people who are contributing to that don't actually monetize that brand by having an ownership stake in that. Now, I'm not asking every agent out there to go out there and riot and, to commit an act of conspiracy and demand ownership from your broker. But what I am saying is that this platform has said, hey, look, you do more, you get more, and you're a part of the family because here's your certificate showing that you are truly part of the family.
I love that because you're giving people the opportunity to really their own brand. It's like they're independent, but they're not alone.
Correct.
Still able to be out there, be their own person, working with you. Not have to worry about all of that gobbledygook back office crap either.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to ask: is there a cost?
Actually, yeah. I mean, other than your standard, your MLS fees that you pay, your realtor board fees. I mean, really, at the end of the day, our compensation model is actually very transparent. Anybody can go to EXP, E as in Echo, X as in X-ray, P as in Paul, Cloud, CLOUD.com. And you can see the presentation online there, and you can actually see what our compensation model is. But basically, my monthly, I pay $50 for technology, and my technology includes a CRM that if I went to go buy right now on my own would cost me, I think, $500 a month.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yep. So for $50, I get that plus a whole bunch of other slew of technology solutions, technology support, by the way. Mm-hmm. So if my laptop goes buggy, I just go into the cloud and I meet my tech support avatar, which is a real voice.
Hello.
Yeah, it's super cool and kind of figuring things out for me. I mean, I've got that support, and then I think there's $35, which includes some other fees, which is part of, I don't know exactly how it breaks down, but I know it includes my errors and omission insurance up to $500 for the calendar year. And then once that's $500, it just drops off, and that's it.
Wow.
And for the real estate agents out there, everybody's on the same comp plan. Just because you did, oodles and oodles, everybody starts at an 80-20 split. Mm-hmm. And then once you pay $16,000 into the company, you go 100%. No franchise fees.
Wow.
For the calendar year. That's for the calendar year. Yep.
Okay.
And it resets. Yep.
Not knowing real estate, but I'm about to. Trust me, because now I'm going, yep, I think this is... I'm already... My mind is already going to that wealth building opportunity.
We call it mailbox money.
Mailbox money.
Oh, baby. Mailbox money.
Yep. What portion of that are you going to put away?
Well, what's great is that we talk about stock. We have a stock. We have 3 ways we can earn stock in the company. When we sell our first real estate transaction, we get stock. When we refer an agent in to join EXP, and when they sell their first real estate, we get stock again.
Wow. And
when we cap, meaning we pay $16,000 into the company after our 80-20 split, and we cap, we get stock back in the form of $16,000, so to speak. Essentially, so we kind of net out at the end of the year. If you do a math swap, you're really at 100%, so to speak. But we get more stock there, and we also can buy stock we can use a portion of our commission check to buy stock at a 20% discount as well.
Why would you not? Why would you not?
Well, it's
that's crazy. So can I have people reach out to you, or should we just have them? And if they go to the website, what if all of a sudden this mad exodus of realtors go, yeah, this sounds so good, I want to do this. They go in there. I mean, obviously, we want them going, in your team, your downline.
Absolutely. So I would love for them to reach out to me. In fact, we are in all 50 states, and we're in 2 provinces in Canada. What's really exciting is that, our company has potential for a lot of growth to become a global real estate company.
Wow.
Which is really exciting. So you think about, countries like the UK.
Mm-hmm.
You think about countries in Asia. You think about countries in, like, for example, south of the border, like Mexico, and you think about South America and other European countries like Italy, Greece, right?
Right.
What makes this is that, in a very short period of time, this company has grown the fastest in the history of real estate.
That's crazy.
On the brokerage side, and all the news is transparent. You can Google the company stock. It's EXPI, and I will not, as you and I, former advisors, licensed advisors, and we know compliance, I won't comment on the stock.
Nope.
But all I'll say is this. If you bought it at the right time, you would have made
You'd be
a good
happy.
point.
You'd be happy.
Yeah.
Don, look at this. The hour's up. We just got some F words out, and we killed it. We killed it. Will you come back next week?
I can. My phone's off the hook right now. People are asking for autographs. I mean, you're right. I should go because people.
I know.
Facebook just contacted me and said my account has to be shut down because I'm just so popular right now.
Facebook is one major F word. Everybody, thank you for joining us this week on the F word, and we will talk to you next week. And obviously, I'm going to be bringing Don back a lot. Thank you, Don.